Hey guys!
Hi everybody.
Oh my gosh, so we saw like the best movie ever. It was what did we watch? What no, it can't be the Han Solo movie. No, that's not out yet. Deadpool's not out yet.
Venom's coming out still.
Yeah, that we have to wait for that. The Ant-Man? What best blockbuster of the year have we been waiting for? I know!
Miss Marvel! Exactly! Don't talk to me. Yes! Brie Larson.
No, no, the best one was Justice League.
You mean Jurassic World 2?
Yeah, we saw Infinity War.
Infinity War. Part 1.
Or Avengers Infinity War, or Avengers 3 if you want, or 3 after Civil War or whatever. But yes! Non-spoilery thoughts right out the gate, because we can't talk too much without spoiling anyway. So, this movie will punch you in the face. It will punch you in the heart. It will punch you in the joy and the feels.
If you're me, you're happy as hell.
It's just like I need to eat my feels. I'm sorry. We literally just went to Jack in the Box just so we could get something to eat, because man, this movie can be exhausting.
Oh, you're just like me and you're just happy. I'm so happy.
This movie is mentally and emotionally exhausting.
I'm happy.
Don't worry, this isn't sad eating. This is like, I'm overwhelmed kind of eating. Very overwhelmed. Because so much stuff happens to you. And we can't even go by all the characters, because almost everyone is here.
Yep. Generally speaking, it's a good movie, right? This is my second favorite Avengers movie, alright? My second favorite, my favorite's still undoubtedly Ultron. Ultron's still my favorite.
For me, it's a tie between Civil War, which to me will count as an Avengers movie.
Okay, I respect that.
Even though it's a Captain America movie.
Yeah.
But my favorite one will always... No, you're right. Avengers 2 is still good. Even if the first Avenger still has a place in my heart, which it always will.
But for me, Avengers 2 still tops the list, but this movie's still really good. Generally, this movie, obviously, you have, like, what is it? One of the widest cast of swordsmen ever in a movie. Like, oh my god.
Since ever.
Like,
it's basically a full-on event comic.
Yeah.
Where everyone's there. And everybody does, apparently, surprisingly, has a lot of screen time. For the most part.
Yeah.
Like, 95% of the people have screen time. And it still feels good.
No one feels like they're just a one-and-done kind of character, if that makes sense.
You might say 1 or 2 people, but no, they still have their chance.
Yeah. For the most part, you can watch this movie, and you feel like everyone has a place. It's not just like, oh, this person was shoehorned in here. No, everyone had their place, and everyone did their part. Everyone's allowed to be their character.
And again, it's the benefit of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where they took their time, and where we've had movies devoted to these people.
Yep.
And we're already invested in them. You don't really need... Well, actually, no. If you've seen the other Marvel movies, then this movie will magnify your enjoyment. Now, I could see that if you saw this straightforward without watching, let's say, Black Panther or Ant-Man, or no, without Black Panther or the last Captain America movie, then it won't have the same effect. I have to say that on its own...
obviously, as a standalone movie, like, it wouldn't work out very well. This is a movie, watch the other movies for context. It's like watching a semi-season finale of a show, and you didn't watch, like, the previous 20 episodes. You know what I mean? It's like doing that. You need to see, like...
Why do we have to care about these people?
Yeah, you need to see, like, why you should give a shit about these characters, for the most part. You can skip out on some of the movies, don't get me wrong, but it's just that for the most part, if you want a full enjoyment of this movie, you should watch the other Marvel movies. Granted, you have to see all of them, but it's just that you should watch the ones that are important.
It's like, at first I thought my friend Brevin, like, oh, he doesn't need to see Black Panther. Like, no, he has to see Black Panther.
You actually should watch Black Panther.
In order to fully appreciate this.
Yes.
I mean, the trailers have already shown it, like, full on Wakanda.
Wakanda
For... Yes!
This movie has a ton of nods, obviously, because it's a Marvel movie.
It isn't just shoehorn it in and then expect the fans like, oh, I saw that in the comics. No. You actually do this like how a movie should.
Yeah, the characters acknowledge, like, who they are, what they do,
Mm-hmm.
things they say to each other.
And even when they only have a little bit of screen time, you're still invested in these guys.
Like I said, everyone's allowed to portray their character, and it's still fun to watch, like,
Even though
it's like watching if, like, let's say, like, the people from Friends interacted with, like, the Big Bang Theory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's like watching something like that, just watching everyone, like...
That's almost poignant considering the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. It's just, it's just watching everyone interact is just great. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There isn't really a dull moment, you know what I mean? When it's just you watching, like, Thor interact with the Guardians of the Galaxy, like shown in a trailer, alright? Or you're watching, like, I don't know, like...
Doctor Strange and Tony.
Yeah, Doctor Strange and Tony interacting, you know what I mean?
It's really good. Although
Yeah.
it's just that the first part, it can be very overwhelming. It's like so much happens so fast.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta say. This movie will throw everything at you.
This movie will kick you in the face within the first 2 minutes, so be ready!
It's like, oh, you don't think we can do
LOL.
You don't think that we're good as Marvel? Like, you diehard... You don't think we're good as DC? You diehard DC fans? Okay, because we won't go there? Okay, we went there. We went there.
So obviously people die.
Marvel went there.
Obviously people are gonna fucking die. It's fucking Thanos. People are gonna die. But we won't reveal who until the spoiler section anyway. But it's still not spoiler. Anything else you want to say, Julius?
This is what DC wish they could do.
Shots fired. Rockets launched.
And I still like it. I don't like it as much as Avengers 2. I don't know if I like it as Avengers 1. But this one is still good. It's still a good movie.
I feel like, again, this is just the bridge movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For the most part.
It's part
but,
1.
I mean, yeah, but as a movie, though, I did enjoy it, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you can definitely tell this is a bridge movie. But outside of that, it's still a good movie.
You still have jokes.
Yeah. It's still a good movie. It's still, you feel right at home watching it.
And yeah, I have to eat my feels right now.
What I gotta say is, find a list of, like, important Marvel movies to watch those, come back, watch this movie, alright?
Because it's great.
This movie is good.
I actually,
110%.
there are at least 1 or 2 points where I actually cried. Because it's that good of a movie. It's great.
It is great.
This even tries to take itself, like, it knows it's a comic book movie. So, and also we have a guy who can probably make the space-time continuum play dead. So it's like, go all out. Do every silly and hardcore thing under the sun. Do it, and it did it. Loved it. Alright, to this non-spoilery section. To the spoiler...
Spoilers!
If you've made...
Spoilers!
We're warning you now.
You better turn off the video right now and be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Anyway.
Spoilers! Everyone dies.
No, actually, half of everyone died. Alrighty, so we're gonna go over the death count. The first 2 minutes of this movie, fucking Loki dies.
Then an hour after that, Gamora dies.
Yep, and then after that, freaking... I forget who died next. You know what? I forget who dies, like, after that.
Well,
Vision dies.
it was Loki, Heimdall, Gamora,
Yeah, Vision.
and Vision.
Yeah, Heimdall, too. I love Heimdall.
I think Vision's own, even over Loki's, his death was the most heartbreaking. It's like, noble sacrifice, and Wanda has to kill him. And how can Thanos make it worse? Oh,
Time Stone, bitch!
the sacrifice was for nothing. Let me prove it to you.
Woo!
So,
I'm a god.
and I'm gonna kill your boyfriend myself.
I'm a god. Oh my god.
Then we're gonna kill half the
I
universe.
just want to say... Okay, it's okay. If you get into this into the non-spoiler side, Thanos is so good in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love Thanos in this movie.
Just as an unstoppable...
Well, not just that bit, but it's just like, I really kind of do sympathize with the guy. I think he's crazy, yeah, but it's like, I like,
Well-
he's the person who's like, I'm going to, like, he said it earlier, you know, fine, I'll do it myself, right? But it's like, my man is gonna get shit done, and he gets shit done! It's so good! Let's go, Thanos!
But still, we gotta kick his ass.
I mean, yeah, but...
Because he's killing half the universe.
Fucking Lex. Fucking Thanos, dog. It's fucking Thanos. Thanos is so good.
I think it's he... I mean, to me, I'm very sure Tomas is gonna disagree with me on this, but to me it's like... It's another one of those villains that kind of sort of have a point. Whereas, okay... Yeah, sure, the planets are thriving. You still killed half the population, and you're gonna do that to the rest of the universe. We're still gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
We're still gonna kick your ass.
But he did that shit.
Only just so that way to raise the stakes.
What a fuck! Not just to raise the stakes.
It's a story. It's from a story perspective. He did that to raise the stakes.
No, but like, you know, that's his whole end goal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, in the book, his end goal was just to impress Death. That whole killing half the universe.
Yeah. That was
I was hoping that was the reason. I was like, oh, so this is your reason? Not as cool as you trying to impress Death. Which I was actually expecting Death to show up.
Same, right?
It's like, is she gonna come up in the form of that little girl? Oh wait, no.
You know what I thought was actually gonna happen? You know, I thought Death was gonna show up as Red. I thought Red Skull was gonna be Death.
Mm-hmm.
But holy fuck, yeah, that's right. We got space Nazis.
We have space Nazis.
Space Nazis.
We have space Nazis now.
Red Skull's in this movie.
So this is where he ended up.
Wow.
Dang.
He ended up just chilling with the Soul Stone. God bless.
Well, now that the Soul Stone's gone, what is he going to do now?
Oh, you mean, the thing is that... I mean, let's be real here. Like, where is he even going to go? He's just going to sit there forever.
I think that should happen to all Nazis, by the way. Just be sent to another planet and just to live out as a shadow.
God bless. Yeah, it's just...
Most of it is... Yeah, they do have some bits of character in here and there, but it's so... I mean, they can't have a lot, because there's so many of them.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
But most of it is very satisfying.
Yeah, but honestly, it's long enough for you. You know what I mean?
Like, we get to introduce Shuri, you know, and we show how much of a cool tech person she is while inserting a little bit of snark there.
Yeah.
Or a Koi.
Yeah.
Where she mentions, like, you know, I thought opening up the borders to the rest of the world would be different. Why? I don't know. Olympics.
Maybe
The Starbucks.
Obviously, you know, you got those awesome, like, giggle lines.
Yeah, it's like, this movie knows, like, the writers know that this movie is gonna be hella heavy. Like, hella heavy.
It still makes you laugh, though.
It still makes me laugh, and I love that. Especially when you put 3 assholes in the same room, which watching Star-Lord, Doctor Strange, and Tony in the same room.
Oh man,
it's just
those
beautiful.
guys could have a sitcom together.
It'd
be the best.
It's just, who's the bigger asshole?
Like, you're a human.
It's like,
oh, you're from Earth.
Like, I'm from Missouri.
I'm from Missouri. I'm not from Earth. I'm from Missouri. That's part of Earth, dipshit. Like, holy shit.
It's like, excuse me, like, I'm only half human, so that makes you, so the idiot part of me is like 100% you.
Damn. It's just watching the savagery just go around in circles is so good.
I love that even Cloak gets to have screen time.
Yeah, I know, right?
And he beating up Drax.
Oh, that was great. Freaking.
I almost thought that Thanos tore Cloak.
Die, evil death blanket.
Die, evil death blanket. Oh, and man. Peter's just watching all of this.
I love Peter. Peter's just a kid. You know what I mean? He's just a kid who is just like, you know what? I'm here, Tony. I want to do this awesome thing, even though I'm not supposed to. And you know, that's just his whole character. It's really what he does. Freaking.
But then you had to hit us even harder.
Oh, no. We're not going in there yet. Alright, so first up, Cap's appearance in this movie is fucking awesome. I'm down. Also, Vision and freaking, like... Wanda trying to run away as, like, that young couple. It's so good.
Like, we still want to be together, even though we were on opposite sides of the Civil War.
Yeah, but, you know, they want to start a life together and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to constantly run away and shit, which is cool.
I know that there's a lot that we had to cut out. That we can only mention, or just, you know, infer. Like, you know, Wanda and Vision living together.
Yeah.
Clint and his family. Like, his family is under house arrest, which is sad.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Civil War. But, and then there's, you know, Thanos decimating the Nova Corps, which I would have loved to see.
I would love to see, like, yeah, like, that could have been, like... I mean, I don't know. I would like to see, like, something about that.
Then again, it's like the Nova Corps they weren't as good as they were in the comics. Like, they were supposed to be like discount Green Lanterns.
I know, pretty much Space Police.
But man, that would have been awesome. And then
I would have loved to see Thanos fight the Nova Corps. Fuck yeah! Let's go.
Especially since the head of the Nova Corps apparently is Cruella DeVille.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's Glenn Close, guys.
Yep.
Like, I would have loved to see Cruella DeVille fighting Thanos.
Matchup of the century.
Now that would be the matchup of the century.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you think you're the best Disney villain? I was the best Disney villain.
Oh god.
But yeah, this movie, even if there are some things that we had to cut out, because this thing is super condensed.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
It condenses a lot of stuff. Like, here we have Star-Lord and his crew with Spidey, Doctor Strange, and Tony.
Who, by the way, beforehand met Thor, and then they split up to half a crew, and they're gonna do something else. While the other half of the crew did what Julius just said. And that whole other crew that met up together, they're gonna go fight Thanos. Meanwhile,
Hulk gets sent to Earth and then warns them about Thanos, which then has Tony and Doctor Strange teaming up and going over there, and then Hulk warns Cap and the others about Thanos, and then they join up with Wakanda.
Yeah,
much.
Before that, by the way, freaking, they all met Vision and freaking Elizabeth Olsen. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's waifu. Anyway, they met those two in Scotland, in which they were about to be assassinated by Thanos' goons. So then after that, they met Bruce, and then from Bruce, they got together and they went to Wakanda, and then they went to go fight all the Thanos minions.
It's like...
There's a lot going on in this movie.
Because we have to really bring all of these groups together. It's like, especially after the whole Civil War thing, it's like, how can we not make this complicated in order to bring these...
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's like, all the space people and all the Earth people together. This is going to be hella complicated.
Yeah.
Might as well make it fun.
But, however, though, it's not overly complicated.
Mm-hmm.
You generally keep track of where characters go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The movie is very good about explicitly stating, hey, X character's going this way, X character's going that way. You know what I mean? And obviously, you know, you get to, like I said, the reason why it feels like everyone has enough screen time is because the characters sit down and interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They don't just say one line and be like, oh, I guess this person's here with me. Oh, I guess this person's going this way. They actually sit down and have a conversation. And this conversation, and all character interactions last a while.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the reason why it's
no wonder it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to you, if this movie wasn't 2 hours, I'd be like, how? What did you do? This movie has to be 2 hours, like minimum.
It's like, let's see, what problems would I have? The only issue is, like, if it was on its own, then it wouldn't be that.
I mean,
good.
obviously, on its own, this movie wouldn't work. But that's the reason why it's like this movie assumes that you have seen the following, you know, movies beforehand.
Pretty much. Also, like, since it's like the third Avengers movie, it's like, it's a season finale. It's like, if you were in this deep, like, you probably have seen the movies already. And also, even then, it's like, it remembers to keep its tone in check. It's like, it knows that it's heavy. Like, there's a lot of dramatic stuff going on, high stakes stuff going on, but it remembers, like, we're also a superhero movie, so let's also do all the stupid stuff, like hurling a planet!
Yep. Let's be sure to do, like, wacky, crazy stuff, but also let's also be sure to, like, be people. Let's be characters.
By the time that we went to the Reality Stone, okay, this is game over.
Yep.
Drax and Cricket Drax and Mantis they got discombobulated.
That was the best.
Oh my gosh! I think that was the scariest thing for me. No, the little Mantis girl. It's like Drax gets like chopped up into squares.
My favorite. This is forever.
And even when they got pulled back together, that was scary.
Thanos might as well be the Avatar. Avatar Thanos. When he gets all the Infinity Stones, he might as well just be the freaking Avatar. He can do anything. And everything.
And I believe that Thanos will slay half the world.
Oh. Just watching Thanos just run around and beat Thanos.
Beat us unstoppable.
Or just like his freaking like boss goons, you know what I mean? His boss goons are pretty lit.
They remind me of the Dark Elves from World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, the Void Elves. For the most part.
But it's just like, you know,
It's like, if these are his minions and we're barely able to hold our own, we're gonna get our asses kicked.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about like the end of the movie. All right, we're gonna say one thing. One of my favorite parts of this whole movie is just watching Thanos just walk through everyone, like just straight up walk through everyone. He just doesn't care.
It's like, oh, you're gonna come at me? Whoosh. Or you're gonna come at me? Phase you into a wall. You're gonna come at me?
I don't care. I'm Thanos. And it's funny because like you want to be like, oh, you know, he's nothing on the gauntlet. Thanos does some shit without the gauntlet anyway. Just
the fact that he was able to
they ignore it. That's another thing, right? Within the first 4 minutes of this movie,
he beats up Hulk.
He beats Hulk's ass. Hulk is scared of Thanos. He totally is. That's why he doesn't want to fight
Hulk,
anymore.
you little baby, get out here now!
Oh my god. That's the best part about this movie, is that Thanos beat Hulk so badly that Hulk is scared of Thanos. Damn.
And it's like, you know that, I'm very sure from a story perspective, okay, how can we show that this guy means business? Beat up Hulk within the first 5 minutes.
Without the Power Stone. And he just beat his ass.
Actually, no, he did have the Power Stone.
He did have the Power Stone, but he didn't use it.
He didn't use it to blow him up. It's like, no, just smack him around.
He beat his ass. He beat his ass.
Even without the full power of the gauntlet. I'm gonna put this away. I've already eaten my feelings.
Okay. All right, so.
Love you, Jack in the Box. I don't care what anybody says. Hashtag not sponsored.
Okay.
But
buy it today. Oh, anyway,
you know, it's like, I love that. It's kind of like, how can we raise the stakes in Kingdom Hearts? Like, oh, make Sora cry. That hurts me, because how can you make this little bundle of joy cry and bring him to his knees? With this one, how can we show that we mean shit? Beat up Hulk.
Fuck the Hulk. It's like this guy who's been just casually beating gods, doing all these like incredible things. And Thanos just is like, you know what, let me go put him in the ground. I got this.
But Hulk is strongest one there.
LOL, JK. Clearly not. Let's see. And then, of course, let's go talk about the end of the movie.
I'm very sure that farm is supposed to be like when, in the book, when Thanos was defeated, he retreated to a farm. No, really, that happened. Like, when he... But...
Well, we're gonna talk about the end of the movie. See, it's like, obviously, you don't watch this...
I was going through my mind, it's like, no, this movie's like 2 hours long. It can't have been... It can't be done now.
Right at the end of this movie...
Like, no.
Some of the people haven't read the comic books. And Thanos gets all the stones. And then he decides, fuck it, half the universe is dead. At random.
We see...
And the first thing to die is Bucky.
They fade away into ash. It's like... no, Bucky, you just got better.
He literally looks at Steve, and he goes, Steve? And he just fades away to ash, and Captain America's like, whoa. And you sit there, and you're like, holy shit, that just happened.
Bucky, you just got better.
And then...
No! And then T'Challa dies. Then Wanda dies.
Sam Wilson. Oh, dude. Okay, so... Well, okay. I was pissed when they killed off Elizabeth. How dare you kill off Elizabeth Olsen? How dare you? I'm upset. But
just after she lost her husband, I'm very sure you were dicking with her, so that way she kills him, and then you undo it, and then you kill him again. That is.
This is why I'm happy. You see this? You see this? This is why I'm so happy. This is why I live. So I can drink of your salt.
No, this is more like shocked kind of.
I don't care. It's salt to me. Nom 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 nom.
It's like, oh, you don't think we're as good as DC because we won't go there? Guess what?
Boom! Everyone died except for half the cast, but half the cast still died.
It's like, with BVS we felt sad for Superman dying. Fuck that! Half the universe!
I'll be real. The only 2 deaths that made me really sad, okay? Actually 3. The one that made me really sad was when Robert Downey Jr. potentially died. Spoiler, he didn't die. But, like, that one was gonna hit me really hard.
But then you thought wrong, and then, oh
he
my...
He didn't die. And then Benedict Cumberbatch died, and then freaking Chris Pratt died, and then Tom Holland died, all in the same streak. And I was like, damn, I'm sad. Oh, shit.
And then Groot and Mantis.
Whoa, I'm sad. Groot... Whatever, he's a little asshole, I don't care.
No, it's like, but then Rocket's like, no, we just got him back! No!
I don't care about him.
No, Mantis, no, not all the babies!
Okay.
No, my babies!
Oh, man.
Groot, Mantis, Bucky, no! My babies!
Holy shit.
My babies!
And then after that, Thanos then said what he was going to do. He's going to sit down on the next day, watch the sunrise, and rest.
And behold,
and then he did. And then behold the end of the movie.
It was going through my mind. It's like, no, Cap, we're gonna take the fight to him, right? Tony, we're gonna take the fight to him, right?
I'm so happy the movie ended right there. Just to freaking absolutely fuck with everyone. I'm so happy. 2 thumbs up for me, Marvel. I'm so happy. You guys get a great A job with this movie because I got to turn around and watch everyone go, what the fuck? No way. This movie can't just end like this. And I'm sitting there like, yes! I'm the happiest person. Yes!
I'm impressed that they went there.
I'm so happy.
A movie where the villain wins.
Well, not just that, but, you know, he decimates, like, characters die. A lot of characters die.
I was actually hoping for death to appear. It would have been great. But man, this movie. And then, let's like, you know, end credits like, oh come on, Marvel, you already hit us hard. It's like, please let the end credits scene be joyful. Nope.
Nope, more people die. Hey, guess what? Nick Fury dies.
And like we see the effects of it happening in New York, and people, cars are crashing, choppers are crashing, and Maria Hill fades away, and then Nick Fury's like, ah, motherfucker.
I won't lie, I give Disney props because I swear Samuel Jackson's been wanting to say motherfucker in a Disney movie for like 10 years now. I swear to God.
Ever since Snake's on the Plane, he's wanted to utter that line. He's wanted to do that. Even
no, he said motherfucker in Snake's on a Plane.
But then for some reason, for like on air, like whenever they put it on TV, they censor it.
They have to. But no, what I mean, like in the actual movie, he said motherfucker.
Yeah, in the actual movie.
Yeah, but like, by the way, here's the thing. It's like every Marvel movie, I was sitting there and I would watch Nick Fury do things, and I'm watching Samuel Jackson, and I'm just like, when is he gonna say the word motherfucker?
Like he said the word dumbass.
Yeah, and I acknowledge the council has made a decision, but I've acknowledged that it's a dumbass decision, and I'm going to choose to ignore it. But it's like, when is he going to say motherfucker?
That was close.
And that's enough for me.
But then, okay, here's a glimmer of hope. His pager drops, and then he's sending a message, and then on the small little screen, it's the Captain Marvel logo.
Brie Larson!
Carol Danvers, damn it.
Yes.
Carol Danvers.
I am played by Brie Larson.
Yes. That's some level of levity, Marvel. That's some level of levity.
That's okay, this movie.
But damn, this movie. That's.
Yes!
I gotta like screenshot that and make that the thumbnail.
I'm gonna.
Like,
yeah, please have that. You're going. Yeah.
But I can say that this movie didn't make me mad. It didn't make me that pissed. It's just, actually, maybe
for
a little.
You, maybe some people in the back were pissed. Oh,
maybe I was a little pissed. Maybe I was a little pissed.
Oh man!
I was more like stricken, like, huh? It's like one of those needles that were poking Stephen Strange. It's like, But it still managed to make me laugh. It's like, hey, remember that old movie Alien? It's like, okay.
Ridley Scott is gonna sue someone, I swear to God.
And then they threw him out, the bad guy out of the air duct. It's like,
I swear that was the Wilhelm scream.
Yes, it was. It was.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
It was.
I'm so happy to use that.
So much hype I said this movie. they're bravo, Marvel, bravo. I don't know how much more we can go. We're just gonna gush at scene for scene, and it's glorious.
We'd be here for like 2 hours if we did
We'd be here for 2 hours. I mean, we have people we have donut ships. We have Thanos throwing planets, no, crushing the planet, and then hurling it down as asteroids. And then we have Ford trying to rekindle the heart of a dying star. And also, by the way, Peter Dinklage is in this movie.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage is in this movie. Let's go, Peter Dinklage.
That should have been the first sign that things were gonna go R.R. Martin style.
Hold on. I love how Peter Dinklage plays a dwarf, but he's huge as fuck. It's the only time Peter Dinklage plays a character that is big.
It's like, oh, it's probably just gonna be a whole bunch of short people. Like, nope. Okay, I know that in D&D, red elves can get tall like that.
Can I just say something?
But wow.
Say something really funny.
Yeah?
See, it's funny because you ever watch Underdog?
Yeah.
I remember his character in Underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, you laugh. And also, can I just say, side note, fun fact, the voice of Underdog in Underdog is the guy from My Name is Earl. Congrats! You'll never watch the movie the same again.
This movie, it can be exhausting at times. It's like, there are small bits like where it feels like it's not, where you just feel very, like, but it doesn't outstay its, like, yeah, there are just very brief moments where you feel like it's overwhelming. But it never, like, until the end, where it's like, oh, okay, it's over. No!
Everyone died.
All the action and all the interaction between the people, and then it's just, oh my gosh. There's so much to cram in there.
But yeah, the movie does a pretty good job at sequencing everything.
It's like, it's fun to see everybody interact. It's fun to, you know, see Thanos do all the stupid shit.
This movie doesn't feel super boring.
Not at all.
And that's something I was concerned about, was just like, you know, is it going to be like BVS where I'm just going to be bored out of my mind for like 10 minutes?
Or it's going to be like Justice League where they're trying to assemble a team and where
everything just feels cramped, like hell.
Or forced.
Yeah. But it's just like...
But this is even more complicated than Justice League.
Yeah.
This is even bigger than anything Justice League could try to do.
The credits for this movie are insane with how many names you have.
And how many production teams? There were like production teams from Brazil, Philippines. Wow, this movie had so much backing on it. It's like, this movie...
But hey, they made it work.
They made it work.
It was good.
The fact that Peter Dinklage was there, it's like, okay.
Well, actually,
the fact that he's here, that's a first sign that this is gonna get serious. But the fact that he's a giant right now.
Also, side note too, I really like how they explained Thanos' backstory. Yeah, that's another thing that we're able to fit in. Not only are you able to fit in all these freaking hero characters, you still got enough time to sit down and be like, what is Thanos? What does he do? Why does he do it? And it was brief.
Just very brief.
It was brief. It wasn't anything too complicated. You know what I mean? It was brief to the point. You easily understood it. And like it also touched upon Gamora's character, which was good. It was enough for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Considering how long this movie runtime is.
2 hours and 30 minutes.
And again, it's not like I'm sitting through a freaking Michael Bay movie.
Which is
and I'm just like
nonsense.
watching shit just drag along. Even though talking is dragging along. This movie was able to fit everything and still keep me entertained. Which is important.
It's very all over the place. Literally all over the place. We're being dragged across space.
Yes. But again, like I said, the thing is, this movie isn't convoluted.
It's just putting all the strings to all the dots together first, and then we bring them together.
Yes.
Then it will coalesce.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, you know, like I said, it's not...
While at the same time, it's playing with your heart.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, at least it's still easy to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Despite how much shit is happening, you can follow along relatively well.
Sorry for gushing, it's just, you know, this movie. It's just this movie. Yeah. Alright, so anything else we want to talk about?
I will drink from the salt of your tears.
While everyone dying in the universe was almost soul shattering for me, I think the scariest part...
The best part is that he got the soul stone at the end.
And no, I think still Wanda and Vision scene, and where Thanos is just dicking with them, that was the most soul shattering. almost
Just
mind-shattering,
watching him just
almost mind-breaking.
Watch him time stone everything back. Like, oh my god,
You are the biggest. You are the biggest stick in the universe. But the scariest part for me was when he made Drax and Mantis discombobulate, and then seeing those pieces get put back together. It's like, okay, that's disturbing as hell.
reality stone. That's the thing, is that like you can look at the stones, you can look what they do, and you're like, oh shit, that does that.
Let's do all the shit.
It's Thanos' bodies would be like the god avatar. Like, let's go. That fight between him and like the people who were the space group. What's it called? Like Space Group A, all right?
And then he comes down to Earth and then kicks everyone's ass.
Oh, that was entertaining. Super entertaining.
But yeah, go see this movie. Go see this movie.
You should have watched the important Marvel movies, but totally go see this movie.
I think I would give it like a 4-star rating, because on its own it would be hard to keep up, and also it is just so very
Yeah,
like it does the G.R.R. Martin thing, but not in a way that it'll piss everyone off. Like,
okay.
I was able to digest it, even though
for me, honestly, on a scale, 8 out of 10. Easy. But if we're talking as its own, that's different. That's a different topic. This is me factoring in what the movie wants to be.
it's just pounding you, pounding you, pounding
Or
you.
you're just sitting there and you're just like, yes, everyone's upset. Yes.
It's like, it's like, I think I dislocated my jaw from all of the feels. I think my ribs are broken. No, that's just my heart.
I think, yeah.
But yeah, go see this movie.
Totally.
Rate, comment, subscribe, whatever you think. Go check out this guy. And,
Yeah, I post Titanfall 2 content.
oh my gosh, I wish I could go to sleep, but I have work.
That's too bad.
Oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming.
I'm gonna sit down and drink from the salt of everyone's tears.
Oh.
Yes.
Bucky, you just got better. And, okay, see you people.
Bye, everybody.
I might need to eat my feels some more.